the sit reps at? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Any big changes to the movement system? You mean aside from the big change that we've been doing for weeks? No, we're still doing that one. We still haven't completed that one. But hopefully soon we will complete that one. And then we'll be in business. I don't even see why we would bother to check this. Well, we didn't fix it. What were we asserting? Oh, that it's, We're adding a support move to a closed transaction, which should be okay. So like we're just losing our okay if closed somewhere. What is it here? Okay if closed false. Why? Okay if closed false. Wait, what? We're going to recursively, and then we add move with support. So we don't, okay, first of all, we don't pass okay if closed here, which is why it's turning false. But secondly, I don't want to go this way. I don't want to. Because the problem is the trick I'm doing with the utility flag so that I know who is processed doesn't really work if I do this. It's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying. Gee, thanks, Casey, for referring me to one of my college textbooks from 1991. I think that's what that is. Yep, Gray Reuter. I actually never read that book because I never took the database class, so I don't actually know if it's a good book. I think I have a copy somewhere, actually. Let me see if I can dig it out. I might have brought it to the office. Or maybe I threw it out the window. Published September 92. Are you sure that's not the more recent edition? Dude, college in the early 90s for computer science was probably a lot better than today, so I don't know, man. I don't know. Yep, I don't know where my copy of Grey Reuter is. One edition, September 30, 1992. That might be accurate, but I swear the book was out before that. Maybe it was just brand new, and that's why everyone was excited about it. So my flag situation is not going to work here unless I pass more parameters for flags that control the flags. Which, honestly, starts to get messy and annoying. So I'm not sure. I'm just not motivated to do that. So I'm not sure how to handle this now. Was that actually Casey, or was it somebody faking? Looks like his official account. So that's good. You never know what Unicode characters people will put in order to fake. I'm sure there's an official code for Unicode fake underscore that looks just like the regular underscore such that nobody can tell them apart. U plus 007953. All right. So this is a really stupid, I just kind of, I started the stream and then I'm like, I'm not sure I really feel like doing anything tonight. But I do want to at least solve this problem. It's just so stupid. Like, I could do something very ugly to make it work, but all right, let's fix the assertion, right? Dude, I can feel the molasses of Visual Studio as I type. It's so bad. All right. So, in theory, that will stop the assertion. It still probably won't do the right thing. Okay, yeah, so we fix the assertion. I could move around. Somehow it seems to do the right thing, which I'm astonished by. Okay, we still can't go back in time to before we drop the rock, so that's an issue. But I can't call this done because there's a disgusting problem. that I'm not sure what to do about. I mean, I basically could set a global. That is the cleanest way to do this. It's really gross. All right, let's just do it. Let's just do it. If a disgusting global that says we are currently inside update supports, then do this. All right. So that is going to be false. And update supports is going to set this and defer that is false, right? So and it still works, and it probably isn't as disgusting. So now we have to do this problem. I can't. So for some reason, as soon as I undo there, it's pushing a new undo. So that's our new thing to solve. Make sure I comment that variable so I remember what it is. U plus 007953 is the fake hyphen that looks exactly indistinguishable from the real one. Yeah. Okay. All right, so I think what we're going to do is I'm going to drop the rock like a hot potato, and then we're going to break in do one undo. We're going to just let that return, but first put a breakpoint in undo end frame, which is what records a new frickin' thing. And then we're just going to see what happens. Okay, so first, we're going to slow down. We're going to slow down time. No one can tell you what the matrix is. You have to see it for yourself. Okay, so we're slowing it down. We're speeding it up. We're slowing it down. We're pushing this off. Okay, so, okay, this is where we can't frickin', all right. So we're going real slow. We're going to break in do one undo, and we're going to break in undo end frame. All right. Dang it. All right, we're in do one undo. We're just going to return or go on. So now we're in undo end frame later. So, oh, this is, okay. This is not the right one. This is our regular, like, hygiene undo end frame. Well, let's, I mean, in theory, this is fine. So we do this old count, new count. It's no surprise. So we do one, we do another one. Okay. Well, we won't be able to see anything yet. So the question is, when do we end up in undo end frame now? We don't. Okay, we end up here. Oh. Because that falling transaction was marked as blocking player. Okay, here's the deal. When you push a block, I talked about this on the stream before, but many people here are probably not here. Like if you're going to push a block off a cliff and it falls a long way, then obviously you just want to be able to run around while that's falling. But if you're going to push it and it's going to fall one square, then right now we make the player input wait until it falls that one square, because very often you push something like that because you want to walk on top of it, right? Now, we could do it a different way. We could say if you're walking and you're going to walk into something that you did just push and is falling, then wait for it. And that would probably be better, because then you wouldn't have to wait if you pushed it but went sideways. That might be nice. Let me actually even write that down as an idea, but that wouldn't change anything fundamental, because we would still have this same problem that's arising whether we did it 100% of the time or some of the time. Don't block on push unless going over. I mean, yeah. Anyway. It's not necessarily trivial to detect that situation, and we might screw up, so. Anyway, so what's happening is a combination of the following things. We don't handle undos right now until transactions are done. Which I don't think there's any real reason. I just haven't fixed that, right? So if you hit Z, it waits until objects are interpolating to their target square before that gets undone, right? But that's deadly when combined with the following thing, that if you walk and push a block that falls one square, that's two transactions that both go into the undo buffer sequentially, right? So you hit Z, it undoes the last one, which is the rock falling, but then you're back in an undo state where that rock is above the water and is about to fall. And so then that turns into a new transaction again that blocks your input again. And since we can only do one Z per transaction, that's why you can never go back in time before that thing. So I think the way that we're going to approach this is by having undo work all the time. So if we're going slow like this and I start stepping off, I'm going to hit Z right now. See, it doesn't do anything. Hopefully it'll do something when I land. See, there. When I landed, it popped me back. So we don't want that. We want, if I push Z now, for it to actually happen. And it doesn't. Bring out the GIMP. Wait, we're getting serious here. Why are you guys talking about the GIMP on my stream? Who's even old enough to remember that movie at this point? I saw that movie when I was in college, bro. You're 69 years old. All right. That's great. Some of my audience are working adults. I wouldn't know it by some of the conversations that happen. Okay. Well, if I go to simulate, so we have this is interrupt move. Okay. So when we hit things, we either buffer the move or let it take place immediately. And I think we're buffering undo moves, probably not for any good reason. Because there are, so this part, this is, do input is a thing we call every frame. And this basically says if there's not a transaction blocking input, then enact the next buffered move, right? So let's go to like player control undo, right? PC do undo, Q game control. Yeah. So let's not do that. There's a perform immediately. Right. So maybe when we say Q game control, let me look at this again. But I think we could say true to actually not queue it. And why would it be called Q game control if you have the option to not queue it? Well, kids, I don't know. Why do I have like 3 frickin' overloads? I don't know. Let's get rid of this. That's obviously code I haven't used in a long time. So okay, if we're in victory transition, we don't even care. We just ignore input. That's fine. We make a buffered move. If we perform it immediately, we call an act move. You know, let's just try this. This seems fine. Z. Ha ha ha. Z. All right, so now the test is, can I go back in time from before the block fell? I kind of have to be fast, I guess, which is kind of annoying. Like, I probably... Oh, I still can't. Oh, because you know what? I still... See, now at least it's hovering, but we still only do 1 per frame, which still has the same problem. This is better because I don't have to wait. I get much more responsive undos, but it's not solving the actual problem. So yeah. PC load letter. What the fuck does that mean? Is it old movie day in chat today? That movie is also from when I was in college. The GIMP was started by people I also knew in college. What is going on today? As in the new image manipulation program. That was started by people at the XCF at Berkeley, which I was organizer of for some semesters. Not when they were doing that, though. They were doing that like the next year. You forget I went to Berkeley. Well, it was some time ago, back when, I don't know, back when it made sense to go to college, I guess. Okay, so I have to deal with this situation right here. And I guess what I'll do I mean, you don't ever really want to undo to that frame anyway, right? Because you're going to have moves after this. So what we really want is to flag this not to generate an undo frame, because it's redundant. I was thinking we could also, we could flag it so that if you pull that off the undo data, just keep going and pull the one before it, but I don't think that's necessary. I think, so right now in here, we have this blocking player test where, so if it's blocking player and it caused change, let's just say, and not, okay, first of all, we're getting ridiculous with the flags, so let's do a using. Let's say, all right. So if we're blocking player and we have caused change and not, well, what's the new thing? Let's say do not generate an undo frame. I hate it when I make long names that won't fit my formatting. Okay, so, oh, so where do I set this? Obviously not here. It's either simulator falling. I think probably. Okay, so when we call evaluate fall, we say blocking player. And when we say start falling, we'll do that. We'll say although there's this whole thing about like who calls start falling with a transaction? Does nobody? Is that a vestige of the old republic that has been swept away? Line 195. Okay, this is when we have a support stack. But we would always start by making one here. All right. All right, let's see what happens there. We will find out. Hey, I undid past the rock. However, it's still too far. Like, we didn't... Okay, hold on. Because we didn't... I expected to go back to when I was on the lily. Okay, whoa. Just when I start hitting too many keys at once, it's just a bad scene. Okay, so I'm going on to the lily. That's transaction 10 there in yellow. Controller proc pushed. That has now committed. It's green. So, oh wait, okay, hold on. So when this rock falls, let's see what happens. Is that a transaction 11? No, 11 is the lily moving next. The rock is still in its push. Okay, the rock is falling. That's transaction 12. Okay. So 12, did I make a debug build? I'm not sure. 12, so I should expect to go back to the one where I stepped 10, I think it was, right? Oh, I am. Wait, what? Wait, now I have hovering rock syndrome again. What's going on? I'm like holding Z down. Clearly I didn't fix this well enough. Now what? How do I only have hovering rock syndrome when time goes slow? Okay, so we did 10. So I want to go back to... I want to go back to 10. Why'd we go back to 8? Okay, we're not running in the debugger, so let's just make sure everything's good. The GIMP file extension is .xcf. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Everybody. Okay. So my guy is 7. So after this rock falls, I want to go back to 7. Sure hangs out there in the air for a while. Okay, so if I hit undo here, we have our breakpoint set. Bam. Okay. So old count, new count, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, so we're about to get rid of this one, which is the one we just made. I forgot actually. So I want transaction 6, right? This one has transaction 8, no surprise. Okay. This one, which is the one that I believe we're actually going to restore state from. Oh no. Right, it's going to be, wait, it's going to be 0. Hold up. Wait, what? So we're going to get the transactions from 0, which is terrible. how did we only... Is transaction 9 and transaction 8. Transaction 0. So we don't even have transaction 6. So we never saved it. I could make a little debug HUD that shows what's in the undo buffer, but that would be silly, but that's, maybe I'm not in the mood to do real work. Benny test time. It is not Benny test time. The thing has to at least work correctly if I'm running around before we can Benny test. All right, we're going to heat up maybe some Bengal spice, maybe some caffeinated tea, and then we're going to do something here. I kind of wonder if I guess we're just not recording. We're not recording that transaction, but not consistently. Yeah, so it sent me back to the lobby here, back to the first square. Like I said, it got the data from 0, which is terrible. Yeah, maybe it's like if time is going slowly, it like doesn't do it. Or does do it, or I don't know. So now it's going to be like transaction 8, 9, 8. Okay, that committed. Oh, and now when it retires, or I don't know what the official terms are. Transaction 8 is not done yet. As soon as transaction 8 is done, as soon as it comes off the screen, hopefully that's saved, and I should be able to hit Z. Nope, we went back to 7. So like maybe something about the falling thing that I did. All right, we're trying a new 8, and we're going to go to... I'm not heating up my tea water, which I just said. Did I give a good value for that? Yeah, it's checking. Okay, so when this transaction is totally done and comes off the screen, okay. Trigger undo end frame is true. Okay, we did that. So now let's just check. If I hit undo now, it should go back to that. No. I don't get it, dude. I don't get it. Let's see what happens when we call undo end frame. Maybe it thinks there are no changes for some reason. That's definitely a thing that could, I don't know why it would think that. Okay. It's got pending actions. So we're making a record. So we've got undo records dot data comma 3, and that doesn't seem like enough, honestly, but okay. The transactions are, oh, those are just going to be what's current right now. I can't really see the data. I should have stepped more carefully through that. Okay, that time it went to the right place. Okay, hold on. Let's check some basic sanity here. So if I go step, 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 back, back, step, back, step, step, back, back, step, step. So we're not like accidentally popping extra frames. Like I undid to this square, I can move, I go back to that square, I can move, I go back to that square. Just checking, because it seemed like something like that might be happening. Oh, wait. No, that was working. So I just confused myself. I was like, oh, I got carried on the lily pad by a square, so I hit undo, so I expect to go back where I was. That's actually not how it works, because this is not... So in theory, we record undos when you ride on a lily pad for n squares, but that's not even enabled right now. So if I hit undo, it'll be before I got on the lily pad. And that's actually correct. Yeah. Okay. I think I was just confusing myself. Maybe the behavior should be different in some cases, and I could think about what that is, but I believe this is actually what is programmed to happen. Right? I mean, so on lily pad, off, yeah. I just confused myself real bad. I guess we need some caffeine tea is what we're saying. Because this is like all fine. And it'll be better. Let's re-enable the thing. We have a no check in here somewhere. Oh, and not in this file. In this file, to do this carry frame. Carry frame is, you know, if you're writing on something for so many squares, save and undo frame, right? Because that way, you know, if you're riding around and around waiting for something to happen and then you miss the timing, you don't want to have to like fucking wait 60 seconds again, right? So we save, I think it's every 5 squares right now. Let's see. Let's see. We're just going to ride on this. We're going to get off it because we can't ride it that far. Okay, so now we're going to ride it for a while. And then I'm just going to see in a minute if we have undo recordings for previous spots. I don't like how much she's vibrating on my screen. It's not good. Okay, undo, undo, undo. Yeah, it's about 5 squares. So that's pretty good. Like every 1 square would just be annoying, I think. But I mean, it might be Benny test time just to find the problems. I mean, let's try some levels. Remember this one? Whoops. Lol. I think I want 1, 2, 3, 4 squares down would be there. How did this one work? I think, by the way, spoilers, everybody. Oh wait, wait, what? Why did I do that? Oh no, that's not gonna work. Okay, hold on. Reset. Whoops, I accidentally transported across the universe to a different level where assets aren't loaded, so it's taking a long time. I gotta fix that. All right, Bard level. Okay, I'm amazed that the frickin' Bard level works because Bard stuff should by all rights be completely broken right now, but isn't. So that's great. I mean, probably more advanced levels don't totally work, but that's fine. Part of the reason we've been doing the better transaction system is so we could do the better version of the Bard rules. So what happens, the reason that took so long is like I'm running in debug build and we're building like assets or some crap. We're loading stuff that we haven't loaded in a long time. Oh, we generated light probes there. And in a debug build, that's slow and annoying. Whoops. All right, let's see if I can remember how to do this one. I'm getting better at this game. That level was hard. All right, so all right, guys, we're going to do a debug build Benny test, which is going to be slow and painful. And it's quite possible that it will not go very far without hitting an assertion. For sure, it's likely that that wasn't even LLVM debug build. That was our debug build with like horrible code generation. That would be fun to work on that code generation a little more. Bard charms automatically. Okay. Let's just run this. So this is going to be extra painful because of the debug build factor. Now, the number one thing that I expect to happen is we'll see lots of errors of like duplicate transactions or whatever. And we're expecting that. We're also expecting over 100 failures. Like probably most timed levels will fail. Simply because they were recorded with different timing. So, you know, that's not good. So we're going to have to re-record all those anyway. But here we're searching for more basic problems. Just like, is there some kind of infinite loop or crash or assert detecting a bad situation? So we'll see. This is going to take like a half an hour in debug build maybe. Maybe not that long, maybe 20 minutes. So let me heat up some tea and let's do some chat, man. Let's do some chat, man. We are at the Benny test level. No, you know what we do? Okay, guys and gals, YouTube now says that my viewership is up to 6% women, so there may be, oh well, we just crashed. T is null? That's weird. Anyway, there may be as many as 12 women watching right now. So I can't just say guys. Okay. This is what we're here for, though. What I was going to say is this is a monumental occasion that we get to Benny test, because I started this movement transaction thing like at the beginning of November. Or no, I started it in October sometime. And then I picked it back up like 2 weeks ago. So this has been a long time coming. I can't just make tea. We have to do a frothy chai latte celebration. So where we probably have a defer close. I think I decided, I don't know. Why are we defer if other transaction is not equal to transaction, close other transaction. Okay, so this must be other transaction. Yeah. So, okay, we do deliberately set it to null. You know what? This doesn't even make sense anymore, because if it's not equal to transaction, it's going to be null. So this is a last vestige of the old republic that must be swept away, I think. That's all. Your wife informed you that guys is a microaggression. She then had to explain what that meant. Yeah, like people my age just say guys, and like a group of women would just say, hey guys, look at this. Like it's totally a younger people issue to think. I mean, yeah, I don't know. All right, we're starting a new Benny test. how am I going to handle other people wanting to make contributions? I will ignore most of the attempted contributions unless they are from people who I trust, because I don't like the usual open source dynamic. So we're going to try to avoid that. We probably will accept contributions, but it won't be a, you know, hey everybody kind of a thing, you know. All right, so let's get the chai cam set up. Let's get the chai cam set up. Again, I might have to duct tape the camera again. Let's see. Oh, I've already accidentally pressed the wrong buttons on the back of the monitor. Oh, no, we lost it. Okay. Let's get the tape. We take our jobs very seriously here at Benny Test Studios. Maybe I should have got Casey a milk frother for his birthday. Now that I know this one is so good, maybe I'll get everybody milk frothers. All right. Bam, taped. Get this over here onto this monitor. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What is this? We're passing a null. Okay, that's weird. Okay, this was... yeah. This was me not thinking. All right, so these are little bugs. These are just things that happen. These things just happen, and we restart the Benny test. This is exactly what we're testing for. All right. Now, let's really get some situation here. Okay. Well, the sad news is I only have enough milk for one full-size chai, so I can't OD on chai tonight. It's very sad. Unless I take a break and go to the store, which could happen. Maybe we do a gaming stream tonight. Oh, let's get some audio there. Audio. Oh, now I have to get my laptop so I can read chat again. Benny test is still going. So of course, the Twitch theming is dark theme on my desktop and non-dark theme on my laptop for some reason. The power of the internet doesn't seem to be able to make that constant. Can't you just put milk in a shaker? Look how much this thing is shaking the milk, dude. Do you think I have time to shake a milk that much? Also, it's warming it up. It's not warm yet. Wait, I hope I have the dial on heat. It might have gotten... Oh, it's in the right place. There's a cold froth setting and a hot froth setting. And of course we want the hot froth setting. I mean, what kind of an outfit is this otherwise? Okay. Centralized options are too complex for modern software, I guess. I mean, these languages are so high level. Interested in functions I probably care a little about. You suspect that there are many like you. Will the solution be to have different packages available in different locations? Yes. I mean, okay. It's a different philosophy than C++. C++'s philosophy is... Oh, that was weird. That level failed. That dense wrapping level failed, and that wasn't timed, I don't think. Oh, it might have been timed. Anyway, we're doing it kind of like C, where it's like, look, the language is the language, and we're not trying to make a massive, massive standard library. Like, our standard library is just some stuff that we provide, and other people's libraries are going to be perfectly good, and that's all good. So, you know, if you have libraries that you think do important things and that you want to distribute, that's great. We don't see it as being our role, where I'm using the royal we because nobody else is really organizing this, but we don't see it as being our role to like stand in the way of that in any way, or to like, you don't want libraries to get in the way of core language development because that's friction on the language as well, right? So they're kind of orthogonal is what I'm saying. So like definitely, so if the contributions question was, are we taking contributions for the base library that we distribute with the compiler? The answer is probably not, because we actually want to encourage that people get code in other ways. It's healthy. It's healthy for there to be a good system of people getting code that doesn't come with the compiler, because the long-term plan is not to give people everything with the compiler. Wow, lots of fails. We'll see. So many fails. Any major notable rewrites coming to the compiler that I want to see before the full release? Most of the major rewrites are done. There's a little bit of stuff, like I want to clean up polymorphism a little bit more, but I actually just finished one of the big rewrites there yesterday and today. Like I rewrote the way procedure calls happen, and that was very needed. I think undo's on level with timing are all messed up now too, because you know, we process the undo instantly. We'll see. See how that goes. All right, we've got hot milk. We're putting chai juice in the milk. Chai juice. We're gonna do 2 plus a little bit extra. Oh man, it's going to be so good. Are we going to provide the ability for static polymorphism? What do you mean by static polymorphism? What does that mean? I was trying to find Winnie the Pooh, but he's right over here. Let me wash out the cup. Winnie the Pooh is very happy about very happy about the chai. Okay. Got to do a froth test. Froth test. Oh yeah, look at that. You can see the trough of froth. Oh man. This milk frother is so good. It's so good. We're just going to preemptively put some in the cup, and then we're going to pour. And then we're going to get some off the top. Oh, yeah. Look how good that is. Don't you wish you had a nice big cup of homemade chai latte? I wish I had that. Oh, wait, I do have that. I do have that. Now I'm trying to make the picture small again. Okay. How do you explain static polymorphism in a Twitch comment? Google it. It's interesting and avoids run. Look, dude, if you're telling me Google it, the reason why I ask what does it mean is because everybody uses the word polymorphism to mean something different. If you mean, do we specialize functions at fully at compile time? Yes. That's the whole point of this frickin' programming language. Like, if you're going to ask super basic things and tell me to Google it, then I don't know what to say. Like, type theory language annoys the crap out of me because it's usually, I don't know. So I've noticed we seem to have a particle issue where particles don't really go away, but oh, that's our new fog, dude. Our fog's looking good. I'm not sure if the particles not going away is an artifact of the Benny test. It probably is. Like, many different programming languages use the word polymorphism to mean many different things, okay? So when you use the word polymorphism, I don't know which of those things you mean. That's the point. Did it mirror somehow? Are you guys serious about this? Oh, it did. Well, I think it got dragged upside down, like, I don't know. You just meant the C++ usage of the term. Okay, C++ polymorphism just means subclass. Which, like, dude, everybody does that. Like, what? That's not even a thing. Like, what? Yeah, no, this is a compiled language. Like, C++ polymorphism isn't even what academics mean by polymorphism. So if you tell me to Google it, I'm probably going to Google the wrong answer, right? Like, if you don't even know that those things are different, you can't tell me to Google it. You're like, why not just use differentiated unions? Well, a subclass that passes itself into the parent in a template that then casts a function to the child. I don't even want to think about what that means. That's so complicated. Like, that's nonsense. Like, that's just nonsense, is what it is. Like, I don't even, like, what you said in that sentence is so complicated that it's just a fundamentally broken way to do things. Like, you don't want a programming language that does that. Like, if you think that sounds reasonable, you already have Stockholm syndrome. It's too complicated. And I'm sorry. I mean, I'm sure that what I'm saying sounds kind of offensive, but, like, I'm just tired of C++. That's all. C++ is so insane at this point that, like, it's bonkers, dudes. And also, if that is what C++ people are calling polymorphism today, that's revisionist, because that's not what they used to call polymorphism. Polymorphism used to literally mean subclass. And that was one of the big wins of C++, was that you could do polymorphism in a C-like language. And by that, they meant subclass things. The way to understand the more advanced C++ template stuff is to have no respect for the language, then it all becomes easy. I think that's true. I think that's true. I mean, for reals. For realsies. Do we support any kind of functional programming, but things like iterators, option types, etc.? Well, I mean, one of the core ideas of the language is that iterating over arrays is very fast and easy. So it's a little bit Lisp-like in that sense, but it's the imperative version of Lisp-like, right? Like, you do a lot of having arrays and iterating over arrays because the for loop is very nice. It's pretty easy to make for loop hook-ins for your own data structures. This is weird. Why is the camera not following the player? Maybe we checked in something that broke the camera? Or maybe it just doesn't work during Benny test. Oh well, we'll see. Is he stuck in a rock? Maybe. Nope, he's moving. It's just the camera wasn't tracking him for some reason. That's weird. Do we have closures? No. Yeah, you can write map and filter. Like there's a demo where I write map and filter. So that's a thing. The dude's just going to be stuck in there for the rest of the demo because he can't get out. All right. Yeah, I'm going to be amusing. Okay, let's bet on how many fails there are going to be. Closest, whoever is closest without going over wins on the total number of failed levels. Can you indicate immutability in some way? Yes, but you know, 138, 201, 100. Okay, we'll see. I don't know how much longer this is going to take. It may take a while. Is map and filter allocating? Sure. Yeah, of course. But if you use the temporary storage, you don't have to worry about freeing them. So it becomes fire and forget the way that it would be in Lisp. Failed levels in 21? No. There's going to be way more than 21 fails. I'll tell you that right now. Because this isn't a regular situation. This is like we rewrote the entire movement system for the whole game, and all the timing is different, and there's probably some bugs, etc. Like, I'm actually amazed that this is playing correctly this far. Like, this is actually tracking. I'm sure it's going to break eventually, but it's actually tracking. It is not fusing either, you guess. What does fusing mean in this case? All right, I think we lost tracking. On this level. When does the story part of the game come? Later. We haven't worked it out totally yet. Why is the frame rate so low here? It's a debug build, and this is a really large level, and we don't really do visibility culling. Like, when games are not done, they're not done, right? So this is just how it is. Fusing is when you combine iterators. So for example, oh yeah, no, we don't do that. Like, that just gives you a two-dimensional loop. Yeah, we don't do that. Yeah, no, this is not, it's not that kind of language. Yeah, you definitely could. You could meta program things that fuse, right? You could write a macro that does a for loop for that, but it wouldn't be a language level semantic. That's what Rust people mean by saying zero cost mistakes? What? No, I don't understand. Do I still plan to make some type of make a compiler stream? Yeah, but I think it'll be a long time in the future. Any tips when making games to prepare accommodate for major rewrites? No, you just got to do them. Like the main pain is doing it. Like once you've done big things like that once or twice, then you understand. Like your mind understands that it's doable and that you get to the end, right? And then once you've done that, it's just like making a whole game. It's like, oh yeah, I've done this before. It's fine. Oh, the other reason that level was slow, so timed levels are going to be slower than untimed levels because they do different stuff during the sim step, and maybe particles don't even ever go away. Like, there's just lots of reasons for things to be weird right now. You know, they're simulating like 30 frames per frame, all this stuff. Zero cost iterator. There's no such thing as a zero cost iterator. That looked like it should have worked. There is no such thing as a zero cost abstraction of any kind, right? And anyone pretending like that's true is not sufficiently paying attention. Or they're lying. But they're probably just not sufficiently paying attention. Like, Rust people, you know, like I think Rust is more respectable than a lot of programming languages, but Rust people certainly can't be trusted when it comes to the idea of things being zero cost because, I mean, their programming language takes infinity amounts of time to compile. Why is this not? Oh, there we go. Okay, let's see how many fails we got. "12 seconds. Somehow I don't even believe that. 134 fails. Who said 134? If anyone. I'm in a really grumpy mood tonight when talking about it. All started with the polymorphism getting me grumpy. I'm just going to sit here and enjoy my chai. Polychiism. So even with all this mess, we still succeed about 300 levels and only fail 134. Let's take this list down. Now, the ones that concern me are things like mirror 14. I think that's a bug in mirror clone merge behavior. That's not even a timing thing. That would be like an actual gameplay bug. So we're gonna look at things that seem like actual gameplay bugs. Boop. Okay. So most of these are timed, but like mirror 11 is not timed, or mirror 14 is not timed, right? But let's also, so I just put that at the top. Let's look at the fallible levels because they're simple and nice, and maybe we can do those. Let's make a release build. Was that a SVN diff in my to-do.txt? Yes. I just finished the chai. Spicy. Okay. Just rearranging. What are my metrics for determining when creating a big automated test like this is worth it? I don't know, man. I don't have a metric. I just do it or don't do it. All right. So let's record. I got to put this behind. So one question will be whether it is possible to play back a recording at all. Like it might be that the timing is just wrong for the new thing because we changed when transactions happen, or it might be that it just doesn't work. So let's see. Oh, it worked. Oh, it worked. All right, so how do I do this one? I get this off. Whoops. I already screwed up. Oh wait, I forgot to make a time test. All right. All right, people. Let's put some undo in there just to do that. Okay. So the whole point of this is to make it how do I get the frickin' thing off? Oh, I go backward. Okay. This sure will have been more of a recording than it needed to be. All right, well, that had undos in it. Okay, what's this one? It's my own freaking level. I don't remember. I mean, I need that block on the bottom level on that switch probably. Oh, I need to, okay. I know how to do it. Got it. All right. So now I have to get this block I have to get it. No, I'm screwed. I'm screwed now. I need it on this line right here, and I can't. Hold on. We're recording. We are now recording. Okay, this block is going to go up there. This guy is going to go there. Going to come over. Going to come over. And then we're going to go over. And then I'm going to drop down. And then ding, ding, ding. See, I can solve puzzle levels that I made sometimes. Yeah, let's record this. How did we do this one? Wait. I want him. I want him like here. Something. So when I go there, I think I wanted that, right? Yeah. Well, we now fixed 4 of the fails. Congratulations. Was Cascade a fail? Yes. Oh, yeah. And then I think I go 1, right? And then whoops, I screwed up. Dang it. Just to be nice, I could put some more land on this level. All right, reset. Wait, reset. Yeah. Oh, no, don't break the mirror. Undo, undo. Okay. All right. So this guy just wants to jump off here, I think. All right. All right. All right. All right. Oops. Come on, baby. Timing seems harder now. Bro. I had it. How is it so hard now? There we go. That's not supposed to be that hard. So we're going to have to work on that. There might be a weirdness. All right. So I'm going to write that down. Why is Cascade so hard? Question mark. Just seeing if this level works. Nope. Nope. All right. That was weird. That was not right. Minefield. So I touched the rock and it transmorphed and then it didn't fall till the next turn. So we just didn't say like, hey, we're going to check this for falling or whatever. Nope. All right. Nope. I want to find more monsters. So the problem is you can't check everything. At some point you gotta shove some things over. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we got one. Got another one. Wait, I thought I got those already. Bro. I would like to figure out, I didn't design this level originally. I would like to figure out something to make it a little bit, oh no, I screwed myself. To make it a little bit more less guess where the monsters are. Did I record that one? Hope so. Ah, that brought us out to the overworld. All right, let's see this likely gameplay bug in Mirror 14. Actually, we could just set this up here. Let's just, so I'm pretty sure that clone merge is broken. Right, so we're just gonna have her go there and there and whoops. Gonna go split, merge. No, merge worked. Huh? Okay. All right, so Mirror 14, why was this messed up? Maybe something, oh, you know, clone motion is kind of jacked right now. We'll write that down as a thing to fix. I do not know why it's so broken, but it is. Let's try recording the level though. Oh, that's what's broken. Okay. So when I have guys in a line like this, I'm supposed to be able to move to the right, and they're all supposed to move. Doesn't work. Why? Well, transaction logic doesn't work. So that is why that level is failing. I'm actually not going to fix this right now because I don't want to think that hard tonight. But this is definitely a thing that we fixed several times before in different systems, and we'll fix it again in this one. The gimpy motion is more annoying. Like, what's even happening there? It is the same transaction. Oh, you know what? I think there's a thing where we only do controller proc for slot 0, or I don't know. We'll look at it later. We'll look at it later. Bring out the GIMP. Yeah, so the old recorded solutions are no longer right because we just changed a lot of things about timing. Like one of the things we just did was, one of the reasons we just rewrote the movement system was so that, for example, if you're going to get onto a lily pad that is moving by on the ground, you can step onto it with timing that seems reasonable and something that you could guess as a player, as opposed to before when you kind of had to sort of know that it would pop into your square earlier than it looks like, right? So all those levels are recorded with timing where it's like, okay, let's go earlier than it looks like or whatever. And so we've made that better, but now, therefore, the timing in all those recordings is wrong. Yeah. It's just how he runs. Maybe it is just how he runs. I don't know. Okay. Let's do some other levels. Let's do some levels that are easy just to get the number down. I mean, a lot of these are my levels, but frickin' magnitudes, dude. I kind of don't want to do magnitudes because it's so long that if we change any more timing, it's very likely to break. Let's try this. Okay, do I remember this level with all these frickin' objects? Look at this. Okay, there's like a... So we could smash a rock. Oh, okay, I know what that's for. Yeah. I know what that's for. I know what that's for. I know what that's for. All right. Let's do it. Let's do it, people. Oh, hold on. Let's put time normal. Let's turn off the things. Okay. So he's going to go down there. I think it doesn't. Whoa, that's not supposed to happen. That is not how that goes. I'm not going to be able to solve the level while that's happening. Let's see if that... Yep, that happened during the test. Air is a liquid, I guess. I mean, it's a very light liquid. It could be kind of a cool mechanic. It could be. But it's not. All right, let's fix that. Debug build. Skipping stones. Start skipping. All right. Gonna go to level journey 0. And there. Why didn't... Maybe someone else called it. Yes, someone else called it push pushes. Called start skipping. If rock.skippable and moving onto water. Other move. I guess moving on to water doesn't care about Z. We get ocean info and we say, is it not supported? Okay. So the deal is, if we go into this level, we're going to find that, see if you look down here, these squares are all above the water, but they don't actually fill the water. The brown ones are filling the water, but I didn't bother to do that with these. And so, yeah, moving on to water says, oh, the ocean is not filled. Who calls this? It's just that. Okay, so moving on to water needs to say, didn't I make an ocean Z? Oh, dude. Okay, hold on. We have multiple things. So if target pos.z is less than above water z0, return false. If it's greater than above water z1, return false. Now, I thought I have an ocean Z, ocean gameplay Z. Okay. That's redundant with these things that are older that I just used. So let's, oh, nobody actually uses that anymore. Okay. I guess we got rid of it. All right. So now, whoops, we do use it. This frickin' search program doesn't work. It simply doesn't work. It misses files sometimes. This isn't the first time it's done it. All right. Since we're using it for a different kind of purpose, we're going to keep it, but we're going to put it there so that it's at least with the relevant things. Software is so bad, man. All right, so I think it's like if you make a file after you've started this program, it won't see it for some reason. So like it's caching all the files it found, or I don't know, but I don't want it to do that because finding files is fast. Oh yeah, it was this. Boom. All right. You know what? I actually don't want to. I'll record a fix for this level, but I actually don't want to record that many more because there's other timing stuff we might do. Like, you know, when I push something, we spent all that time a couple weeks ago making the player controller like slow down and come to the end of the square nicely and all that. And when you push something, though, like it does that and takes a long time to frickin' slow down. And I kind of feel like if something is not supported, it shouldn't wait that long. So I need to start thinking about this kind of issue. Like what do we do, man? Ocean Gameplay Z was a new thing. Yep, it was. It was. Okay, so we're going to record this one just so that we get the victory. We get the dub. So we're just going to, we actually just need that down there. So we're going to put that down there. This, I guess we want everything down. Okay, this guy is easy. Although we don't actually need to turn that on yet. This has to stay on this line. There's no choice about it. So we'll do that. I mean, maybe I'm making it harder than it has to be, though. Let's just set this up differently. Okay. So then I need these guys. So this guy obviously has to stay along this line. He has nowhere else to go. And then this guy has to go frickin' somewhere. Now, this top guy can come down to the middle. That's that. And then that's going to go there. And then that's going to go there. Oh, yeah. I remember why. So, oh no, actually, this is probably fine. It's probably fine. So we're going to go there. Going to go there, there. See, I used to think this level was challenging to fit all the stuff on the bottom level like that, but now I realize You don't have to. Like, there, we smash a Rooney that, and then we push, 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 boom. And then this guy goes here. And this guy goes there. So it's not that hard. Try the old recording. Oh, good point. I should have tried the old recording. It might have worked. If you push two things in the water, will they stack? I mean, the first one will fill the water, right? And then the second one would be on it. What's this one? Oh, this is another one of these. Does it play? Yeah. So maybe that other one would have worked too. I mean, who knows? We might have just fixed like 3 or 4 levels with that one bug fix. Yeah, the river levels are all messed up. Okay. All right. So I obviously have to mirror myself onto this lily pad. And then, so like if I'm standing here, I can get onto the water if the mirror's in the corner. But then, how do I spill the water? This is tricky. I should know, I designed it. It's tricky. So like, you know, that'll get me onto a lily pad. But I also, I mean, what I really, so I need to get on the lily pad. Oh, okay, this isn't that hard, never mind. I just got to do things in, oops. I got to do things in the opposite order of what I was thinking. So we're going to do that. Once the lily pad goes, we're going to trigger the mirror. Wait, I don't. So 4. We have this problem where the particle system gets slow after a while. And that just happened to me, so that's a drag. Oh no, it's not far enough. Nope. All right. Oh, but then okay, I'm fine. It's not that hard. Yeah, so this particle system we have in the background is, it's taking 100 milliseconds per frame now for some reason that I don't know. It just decides to do that sometimes. And the bummer is that affects the recording on a timed recording. It'll still work, but yeah. Just got a second place on Miramar. Dude, I haven't played PUBG in so long. Must be hitting the GC. Yeah. Does this one work? Some of the timing works. Wow, that's a very delicate timing level, so I'm glad that still works. All right. So this one, I think is pretty straightforward, right? Wait, what's this Heroes level? Heroes 322 Alt 9. That's probably a Bard level. Yeah. Okay. It takes us an extra turn. Okay. Let's fix that. So that's the same problem. Like I turned the monster to stone, but the gates didn't open because it didn't realize he was dead in time. Oh man, I didn't drink all my chai foam. We've had some left over. I thought I was done. Okay, let's set up a transmute test bed. So we will have, this should be easy to fix, but hey, we should have the druid and the priest and a monster. Boop. All right. And the druid is gonna turn the monster to stone. And when he does that, the monster gate should open. But also, the monster should fall, which means they're going to be... Wait. How does that work in the other level? Like, what's underneath the monster that would be holding it up? Like, what? Oh, it's a block. I see. Right. It's transmuting a tree into a block. Duh. Okay. So we're gonna kill this monster. And we're going to kill... No, see, we want to do these separately. Never mind. Because if we put... We'll set the tree up. But the problem is, if I do this right now, if I put another monster down here, we won't be testing the monster gate automatically opening. All right, so now I'm going to turn him to stone. Gate's not going to open. Now I'm going to walk another square, gate will open. Okay, we just want to fix that. Just want to fix that. Very simple. hopefully. Famous last words. Okay, so if we transmute, okay, we say cause change. So that, at least, that would probably do an undo. Let's test that there's an undo for it. I'll put in some spurious moves. Out, in, touch, undo, undo, undo. Yeah. So that part works. Cause change is not triggering a post-move reevaluate for some reason. So see, this is weird because we actually, for gameplay stuff like this, we actually do it immediately and then the transaction is a wait. Let's just see. So we do this on every transaction. We don't skip any. So we should call commit on it. Oh, okay. This should be if there are supports to update or you know what? No, I don't know. I don't know, man. Okay. I think that'll fix the problem. It says, you know, look, we're setting this flag right here, but it might have already been set. For example, when we registered the transaction. So, bam, there we go. So now let's test the other thing, which I'm sure will work. I'm so totally sure this will work. Bam. It's almost like we could make a video game. It is almost like that, but not quite. How often do I use defer? I use it a lot. Stopped playing PUBG after you landed into LOD 100 and got shot from buildings that hadn't even loaded in. Yeah, well, welcome to PUBG, dude. C# and F# have SIMD intrinsics now. That's great. Time to redo the many tests. No, I feel like we're getting toward the end of the stream. It's Sunday. It's a good day. I don't want to work that hard today. there's still all sorts of things I got to fix. Like how the frame rate's getting really laggy, that particle slowdown thing. Like why the game gets laggy when there's lots of sim steps. Like when I run really fast, we drop FPS, so I need to look at that. And like, I just don't want to do any of that right now. But we are very close to checking this in, honestly. Let's just, okay, I'm going to make a new release build, and we're just going to run another Benny test just to do it. And then that'll be end of the stream for now. I'm not quite going to check this in yet because I don't want to subject the team to nastiness. But I was thinking today how much work I would frickin' lose if my hard drive crashed or my SSD crashed. So I'm gonna copy this onto Dropbox for a second, just in case. Wait, that's the compiler. Why did I copy compiler source? That's the wrong source. By the way, source support rewrite 1, source support rewrite 2, source support rewrite 3. I tried to do something related to this thing that we just finished 3 times from December to February and failed all 3 times. So, and that wasn't even the whole job. I'm now going to delete all of these. Well, it's actually, okay, let's not play with fire. Let's back up the thing that we want first. Can always replay my streams and type it back in. How much work would I lose a week? More than a week. Several weeks, probably. I mean, I could do it faster the second time, so I'm not really sure, but it would also be a bummer, you know? Like, it would not be a very fun time, what I would be doing. All right. You know what? You know what it's time for? You know what we haven't done in a while here on this stream? You know what we haven't done in a while. Several of you know what I'm about to do. Because we're hyped. Because we finally are there. We finally are there, dude. I mean, there's a lot of broken levels, but... I gotta find my volume knob. Where's my volume knob? Frickin' wireless. There it is. I moved out of the way for chai. Ordering pizza and complaining how much it costs would be a good idea. It would be. Okay, next time we make chai, it's going to be BFG Division chai. That'll really confuse people coming to the channel for the first time. wonder why these are failing. That's weird. I have to take a look at that. Oh, you know what? We forgot to look for multiple transaction errors in the error log. Yeah. There actually are only 2, dude. That's crazy. So far, I mean, we're not all the way done, but that's great. That's way better than I expected. It means most of these really are timing fails, or, you know, maybe there's some other gameplay bugs, but we'll see. Yeah, this camera thing is weird. Is this the music I do improv dance to? Not usually, but sometimes. Why wouldn't I? Hey, that looks familiar. We just did those. All right, that was quality. Will I play video games after this? I don't know if I'm in the mood to play crappy video games. If there's like a really good game, I guess there's some in my backlog, but honestly, I kind of just want to be lazy tonight. Please buy you a copy of Steven's sausage roll. I mean, you could buy you a copy of Steven's sausage roll. Okay, that's weird how that one failed because we recorded that, but I thought we... Oh, I remember finishing that and saying, did I record that? So I guess I didn't, actually. All right. Shad has resorted to literally begging. You know, if I go into a channel and give away subs, which you can on Twitch, very often people will DM me begging for free subs. Like that just happens. Are we ever going to see some improv dancing videos? Maybe. I don't know. It's not usual to video that stuff. Unless you're like, I don't know. Unless you're like explicitly making a video, which I don't have that much reason to do. Okay, so MonsterGate, that's a bug. So MonsterGate does not open. On teleport to infinity. For some reason. But great. Let's look at our log. Or we could just look here to see how many fails. 118. That's less than 134. Over 300 succeeded. The Druid tree level failed. Yeah, I don't think I recorded that one. That's all. That's what I'm saying. I don't think I did. And the recording actually, there's a minor timing element, which is that when you transmute those trees into blocks and they fall, that actually is timed. Which shouldn't matter, but there's the possibility of it blocking you when you could have gone over it with different timing, you know. So that's a thing. I don't know. Do I play any instruments? No. No. All right, well, thank you people for coming by. We have finally reached the Benny zone. And I think, so I'm not going to check this in yet. So maybe tomorrow we'll do a stream where we fix a little more of this. I kind of just want to have most of the levels passing again before I check it in. And that may involve a little bit, like I said, I'm a little nervous about how long it takes things to fall. I want to think about, is there a thing to do there that is better? Let's do Wolfboat 2 before we go. That's one of mine. It's one of mine. Which one is this? It's the one where the monsters have to die. Monsters gotta die. Okay. It doesn't sound too hard. Oh wait, I gotta record. This is a little bit, it's a little bit of a funky rule about keep getting confused. Okay. A little bit of a funky rule about why you can kill the monsters. I'm not totally sure about that, but okay. So, right, it's 2 characters. Boom. All right. I almost didn't go back in time. Okay, so then we're gonna use one of these to power the thing to go back. You are gonna get back on there. And one of these we need to send back. Whoops. Here. Right? And boom. And then this guy needs to do the same thing. Hope I can do this. Ah! Okay, that is not supposed to happen. That is Lily wake-up timing stuff that literally has been broken the whole time. Is this possible? Okay, I barely did it. Whoa. Oh, because he was protected? That's a little weird. Timing on there is a little weird. We'll fix it. Or, you know, there's some possibility that this is one of the levels that we cut because it's a little weird. Well, my recording didn't play back correctly. That's a problem. Well, that's another thing to look into. Yeah, I'm not surprised that that doesn't work. All right. Well, we got some issues, but they are such minor issues compared to where we started on this whole thing that we're going to be back soon to forward progress on the game. You know, like sometimes you have to stop and redo things and it's kind of unrewarding because all you get is the abstract satisfaction that you made it better, but like visibly it's the same frickin' game. It's like, you know, you swapped out the transmission on a car and now it's still a car. That's basically what we did the past month or a few weeks, right? But it's a much better car now and we're going to be able to make it more badass looking and stuff. Thank you, everybody, for coming by. And we will do more. We will do more things. We will fix 118 frickin' levels as well. See you all later.